Taurus, Taurus. So Taurus, what do you need to release in 2022? What do you need to drop right now? So we're going to use Touch Your Tarot to give the basic message, and then we're going to follow up with The Sacred Self-Care by Jill Powell to kind of give you some insight into what you need to do for you moving into 2022. So let's get into it. Tough Shit Tarot, what does Taurus need to release in 2022? Let's see. Taurus, the first thing I heard was some bum ass fake friends. Let's see if it comes up on the cards. Oh my God, Spirit. Not bum ass fake friends. Woo! Let's see, Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. What we got? What do Taurus need to release, Spirit? What do they need to release in 2022? Spirit be having jokes, y'all. I'm telling y'all, they be having jokes. They told me Bluebell ice cream. I was like, you a lie, Spirit. You a lie. Not Bluebell ice cream. In the whole year? The whole year, Spirit? So Taurus. Oh, let's see. One more time, Spirit. Taurus. What do they need to release? All right. Let's get into it, Taurus. All right. Calm the fuck down. Some of y'all got to get the emotions in check. It's showing that you have emotions that are bubbling. So there's some anger. There's some anger stuff that's going on. Some of you haven't forgiven some people. Some of you haven't forgiven yourself. And it looks like that for a few of you, you're trying to express emotion, but you may be doing it in an unhealthy way. Could be people putting you in toxic situations too. Maybe you're trying to express it in a healthy way, but you're dealing with toxic people. But it is showing that for some of you, you're going into 2022 with the need to kind of release things that irritate and frustrate you. And it looks like people that you've been dealing with. Now, I'm not going to say bum ass friends, but for some of you, there is a catalyst to why you have all this anger and this pain that is bubbling up to the surface. It was caused by someone, but you're not releasing it. So let's go into it. Also, it looks like, too, that for a few of you, you're going to have to get your environment straight. There's something that's coming in where it's saying you're a filthy animal, but it's showing that there may be some low level energy that is coming into places where maybe you have a pile of laundry, or you have a pile of books, or you have things that you haven't sorted through. So I will say, like I've been telling everybody else, if you haven't used it for the whole year, throw it away. You don't need to bring it in with you for 2022. You had a whole year to use it. If you didn't use it, throw it away. Because some of you, it looks like that you really do. You need to cleanse and organize your environment. Let's see. Stop your whining. It's showing that you need to be grateful. Some of you definitely were blessed this year, and maybe you didn't see it as a blessing. Maybe you saw it as a glass half full or half empty, or however you want to look at it. But for some of you, Spirit is like you were blessed. You had some positive things that came through, but you're not acknowledging it. Now it is saying that you do need to get more in tune with your passion. And this doesn't have anything to do with sex. This is about what makes you happy. What do you want to do? So this could be starting a business. This could be starting a project. Some of you started projects and you kind of put it on hold. You didn't finish it. So there's something with completion that needs to come through too. But Spirit is saying be grateful for the messages that are coming to you, because it looks like that you had some blessings that started to come through, but I feel like you abandoned it. Some of you kind of stopped it. And it could have been you just got distracted. But I feel like that you're going to go back into it. The Spirit is saying definitely blessings are still coming in for 2022. Yeah, there was some type of shit or get off the pot is what the card is called. And I know y'all can't see the wording on the card, but basically this is like you started something and then you didn't complete it. You overthought it. You're trying to make decisions. You're going back and forth. So basically shit or get off the pot. It's saying that if you're going to complete it, you need to go ahead and complete it. So if there was any type of project, some of you could have been writing a book. Some of you, it could have been making a video, or it could have been writing a song, or it could have been something, anything creative, but you didn't follow through with it. So Spirit is like you really need to go ahead and get focused going into the new year where there is a completion. Okay, let's see. We do have loneliness, disconnection, depression. A few of you, and it's not going to apply to everybody, but some of you have shut down. And it could have been because we got a messy environment or environment that is overly cluttered or has too much stuff in it. We have somebody who's dealing with some type of emotional feelings that they're not bringing to the surface, that they're not being honest about. And then we have not being able to be grateful or see, the blessings that are around you. And it comes back to depression, not feeling connected to people, feeling disconnected. And then we have a little bit of depression, physically not showing up. Some of you haven't been taking care of yourself this year, and it's showing that you need to go ahead and get on it in the new year because you're going to miss a lot of opportunities. Now, there may be some things that definitely need to be worked out. Some of you, this could be going to therapy, this could be going to a life coach, but it's showing that some of you got stuck. There could have been a loss. You may have lost someone the last couple of years. You could have lost a few people in the last year. There's this thing with emotions of I'm not really putting everything out there. So some of you are kind of holding yourselves back, and it could be too. Maybe you thinking people won't understand, or maybe you even thinking people won't care. But I do get you have support around you. So for a few of you, it's time to reach out to those people that are around you. But there could be something with depression that's going to be coming in that you need to kind of work on. Let's see. We got high standards. And it looks like for a few of you, you're getting disappointed with some people around you because they're not living up to what your expectations. But the card literally is saying that you're not, your expectations are so high that you're not even reaching the pinnacle of it. So for some, Spirit is like, how can you expect people to reach your expectations or live up to your expectations if you're not even doing it? Um, it's showing that you need to be flexible, forgive yourself, and forgive others. There could be some disappointment that's coming in, and maybe some of you were waiting for something to happen. Maybe you put a lot of hope or a lot on somebody and they disappointed you, and that could be where depression is coming from. But it's showing that standards may be too high. It could be too perfectionism. Some of you also have a fear. Let me see. Fear of failure. So here's the thing, and it could be why, even with this expectations, why some of you are not going all the way up the way you need to, or why you're putting a hold on your book, or why you're putting a hold on your project, and it's because there's a fear of what if people don't receive it? What if people don't support it? I feel like that there's a lot of opportunity that is coming in for you to put yourself in the forefront if you want to be in the forefront. If you're putting yourself in front of the camera, if you're starting something on social media, it looks like that you're going to have followers. But for a few of you, it's almost like you're not consistent with this. And there's this fear of failure. And it's also, too, could be a fear of people seeing you for who you really are. But maybe that's a good thing because some of you are really, really talented, but you're hiding. You're not putting yourself out there. So I will say, whatever this fear is, let it go. Let it go because it's right under the gratitude card, which means that you have blessings that are coming in. Now, for some of you, we got gossip, and it seems to be detrimental to your progress. So for a few of you, if this is a gossiping friend, if this is you feeling like you need to tell everybody everything, it's holding you back because it looks like that instead of completing projects or completing things that you need to, you're talking about it. I could have, should have, would have done this. Or, this person, the only reason that they're on YouTube or IG or whatever is because they're doing an ABCD. But you're sitting up here, you're talking about the person, but you're not putting action into it. Don't let yourself get left behind, Taurus, because you're focused on somebody else. The whole thing is showing blessings are falling on you. For a few of you, there's disappointment, and it could be that you're not on the level of who you think other people are at competition. But maybe it's not supposed to be that way. Maybe you're coming in with something different. It's showing that once you complete the cycle, there's a lot of blessings that come to you. For some, there's recognition. So if there's something with holding yourself back, with maybe looking at somebody else a little bit too closely or talking somebody else's business, or either just being around people who gossip. This could be people distracting you, like you're trying to complete your stuff and then somebody's in your ear. Let me tell you about this. Next thing you know, you're off track. It is showing too, there's a fear of success. Some of you, you're very gifted, you're very talented, but you're not putting 100% into what you need to complete. There's definitely something with not completing goals. And it could be that you feel like it's not good enough. We have something with professionalism where it's like, I want it to be really, really good, or I'm not going to put it out there. But then you have somebody else who comes around you and they put it out there and it's like, oh, look at them. Don't get caught up in that, Taurus. You're very gifted. You're very talented. We do see too that if you are going through some type of depression, it's time to reach out for some help. For some of you, the environment seems to be crowded or cluttered. So there is a lack of structure that is coming in that's holding you back. It is also showing too, some of you are dealing with some underlying emotions that you're not letting out. So you might even look into journaling. If you don't want to go into therapy or deal with a life coach, you may need to start putting this on a piece of paper. For some of you, this might end up being your book. This might be, your project that you're working on. It is showing somebody that is overthinking. Like, I've been thinking about this the whole 2021, and I still haven't come to a conclusion. So if it's something that you're trying to start, now's the time to start it. Let me be the voice of reason, Taurus. It's time. It's time to start it. Let me see. I'm going to pull one more card. Pride. So it looks like for a lot of you that you don't like asking for help. You think that it's weakness. I need this, or I need to network, or I need you to help promote me, or I need you to keep me on track, or whatever. But some of you are having a hard time, receiving help from other people. And it is showing that it's going to keep you stuck. It's showing right now that if you want to move on, use your support. Use the people around you. Don't be afraid to reach out and say, look, put me up on your page, or put me up in the company. Let me work on this project with you. I need you to help me with this business plan. I need you to help me get structured. For some of you that's going through divorce, or oh my God, divorce, maybe some of y'all are going through divorce, because I was about to say depression, but maybe there is depression because of divorce. Could be too, while the environment is cluttered. Some of you too, maybe from the emotions. Could be, a relationship that's falling apart. But if you're going through depression and you don't want to go to therapy, or you don't want to reach out to a life coach, then Spirit is saying you need to find an outlet to let all this stuff out so that you can move forward, because it's keeping you stuck. Don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be prideful. Prideful is a main Achilles heel, pride and fear. And then we got gossip coming in. And then we got also not looking at the blessings, thinking that the glass is half empty when it actually is half full. So I will say, if you're overthinking a situation, if you put things on hold, if you are putting projects or things that you're passionate about on hold, you need to follow through in the new year, because there's opportunity and money coming in. If you do not, Taurus, somebody's going to take your ideas and they're going to run around you, and then you're going to be like, ugh. Ooh, you're going to be looking at them crazy. Don't get stuck. And don't look at somebody just because they figured out to make a way to complete the goal. You can do it. Get on it, Taurus. All right? Let's look into the self-care cards. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. What do they need to work on moving in to the new year? Taurus. What do they need to work on moving into the new year? All right. Let's pull two cards. First card, intuition. Trust your intuition. Trust your messages from spirit. They are sending you messages in. Some of you, the depression, some of the things that you're going through with your emotions, you could have an ancestor on the other side that's really trying to help you. Some of you are very gifted. You're very talented. This could even be starting a spiritual business. Some of you might be on social media doing readings, but this is showing trust your intuition. Trust spirit. Let's see. Connect with fire. Now, this could be, don't just talk about it, be about it. Action. Put a fire under that ass and move forward. It also could be, too, if you have a fireplace or a fire pit, there may be spirit images, spirit messages that may come through this. Some of you could have hotter spirits or warrior spirits that walk with you. But this literally is about not being complacent. This is about going ahead and doing something that you're pushed to do. It's almost like the passion card, like being uh, pulled or pushed towards something that you're passionate about, something that is hot, that lights up for you. Now, for a few of you, definitely if you have fire elements around you, light them up. Candles, fire pits, fireplaces. There could be messages or images that speak to you. For a few, though, I'm definitely feeling like if you've been stagnant, you've been stuck, it is showing it's time to put some fire energy behind that and move forward in a way that you're blazing. Intuitive is coming through, which means that spirit is talking to you. So I would say pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to the ideas that you get. And for some of you, I keep hearing books. So I feel like you're going to write a book. If you and Arthur, are you putting something out there, do it. If you've been kind of dibbling and dabbling with a journal, it's time. Put it together and put it out there. There's something creative that's about to pop off for you guys. And spirit is really on top of it. I feel like your ancestors are kind of like, go for it. So Taurus, whatever the blockage is, it's time to let it go. If you're not taking care of yourself, if you're going through depression and you need extra help, reach out. Don't be too prideful. There's people there that will help. There's people there that will support you. I see it in your cards. Spirit is not abandoning you. In fact, what they're doing is waiting because they're pushing. All right, Taurus? Love you guys. Mwah.